about 14 days ahead of average on growing degree day accumulation. We're like 6 days or so behind last year, which was extremely warm. But last year was wetter than this year, so the drought conditions that occurred in the month of July helped to decrease the vine size from what we normally get, which is a good thing. That's a quality thing. You get with reduced vine size, we don't have excess vigor, which can occur in the Finger Lakes at times. When we get a lot of rain, it pushes vine growth too much and we get shading. But we have really good fruit exposure, really good leaf exposure. The vines have stopped growing in most varieties 2 weeks before they actually showed color, which is just about perfect. We've got enough lateral regrowth that we have plenty of photosynthetic surface area to carry us to harvest, but without shading occurring within the canopy. You can actually see through the canopy a little bit. So it's absolutely beautiful season. Beautiful days like today. We just got a little bit of rain from Irene. We didn't get dumped on like they did in some areas where they got 12 inches. We got less than an inch. So we got enough rain to relieve any drought stress that we still had from the dry portion of the season, so that the vines can photosynthesize, create sugars, and ripen the crop. So it's a beautiful season. Grape harvest started a week ago with auroras that went to Constellation, and it'll go right until just about until we get a frost. So it can be mid to late October when we're finishing up. And then we do hold on to some grapes for ice wine, and last year those grapes were picked in February. So after the main harvest is over, there can still be some late harvest. Some people might be holding grapes for late harvest wine, which will be picked late October, early November, or ice wine, which could be December, January, or February, depending on the weather. The vintage will be 2011, but the wines will not be released, depending on what type of wine it is, until sometime next year. So the wines will be released, the earliest would be sometime in the spring of 2012, and some of the reds might not be released until 2013. We are still a ways from harvest for a lot of those varieties. Catawba is harvested in October, so it's still the end of August, so we've got a ways to go here, and the weather conditions could change, and make things not as good, but at this point things look absolutely perfect.